Okay, so we're back at the workshop, and we've got the parts U all glued up, dry. It's been sitting for a couple of days actually before I could get back at it. Here they all are. So, next thing on the agenda is to get this 25-degree angle cut and to make a 90 there. So now we're talking about setting up the miter saw for cutting these different angles on part U, the roof rafters. First thing I did was I traced one out on a board. You can just see the trace lines there. I've already cut these two. This is what I'm doing now, is sharing how I cut those up. So this first angle, when you lay it like this, or if you want, you can take your pattern like that, just to make sure it's right. And you move your saw 25 degrees. What I did was I created a stop. Not this piece of plywood. I took another piece of plywood, something like this, any old scrap piece. And the little bit that was squared off straight like that on the piece, butted that up, dropped my saw down till my saw lined up with where I wanted to cut, and then swung over, clamped it down, and this became my stop. So that for all my repeat cuts of all next boards went in right nice and snug, drop down, boom, 25-degree angle. So that made this cut here. They're all cut at 25 degrees. So then the next cut was this one. And the easiest thing to do there was I took another scrap piece of wood, cut it at 25 degrees, and I brought it over here, flipped it around. We're going to clamp it in place. My board is still like this, but all I'm going to do now is turn, and it makes a 90-degree cut. So I'm just going to take my miter saw, drop it in at 0, and now we just need to figure out where clamp this to make our stop. So, a little more. Looks pretty close. So the next one. Take my first one, which is this one, and compare them. So now I'm going to all I have to do is repeat cuts for the other pieces.